Good evening. Today we are going to discuss about placentation. Placentation means arrangement of ovules on the placenta within the ovary. Arrangement of ovules within the ovary on the placenta is called placentation. There are, according to textbook, there are 5 types of placentation: marginal placentation, then axial placentation, parietal placentation, free central placentation, and basal placentation. First, marginal placentation. So here placenta form a ridge. This is ridge. Placenta form a ridge or margin. So many ovules are attached on ventral surface of the ovary in both sides. This side, both sides. So that is nothing but marginal placentation. A marginal placentation seen in pea plants, botany. So marginal placentation pea plants, pea nothing but Fabaceae family na. So marginal placentation seen in which family? Fabaceae family. Next, axial placentation. Axial placentation means placenta forms an axil. Placenta form an axil. Then ovules are present on center in multilocular ovary. Ovules are present on multilocular ovary. Many ovules. That is axial placentation. Example: China rose, then tomato, lemon. These are all axial placentation example. Next, parietal placentation. Ovules are attached to the peripheral part of the ovary or inner part of the ovary. That is a parietal placentation. Actually, here ovary is a one chambered, but due to false septum, it became two chambered. Which of the following placentation? Actually one chambered, due to false septum it became two chambered. Parietal placentation. Example: mustard, brassica, and argemone. Next, free central placentation. Free central placentation means many ovules are present in center. Many ovules are present in center, like axial only, but here septums are absent. Free central and axial seems to be same, but free central में septums are divisions, cross walls are absent, but axial में divisions or cross walls are present. Basal placentation. Single ovule attached to the basal part of the ovary. Here placenta forms at the basal, single ovule attached to the basal part of the ovary. That's called basal placentation. A basal placentation example: sunflower, marigold, sunflower. Look at it on screen. I will show diagrams also. See on the screen, placentation. Generally here, arrangement of ovules on the placenta within the ovary is called placentation. See, arrangement of ovules on the placenta within the ovary is called placentation. According to NCERT textbook, there are 5 types of placentations: marginal placentation, axial placentation, parietal placentation, free central placentation, basal placentation. See one by one. First, marginal placentation. See on the screen, here placenta form a ridge. You observe the diagrams. Placenta form a ridge. On ventral surface of the ovary, ovules are attached on ridge, forming in 2 rows. Upar also ovules are attached and niche also ovules are attached in 2 rows. Example: pea plants, Pisum sativum, Fabaceae family. Marginal placentation seen in Fabaceae family. Axial placentation. So axial means here placenta is a axial center and ovules are attached to multilocular ovary, means a many locular ovary. You can see here this is a many locular. So ovules are attached to a many locular ovary. For example, tomato also you take, China rose, tomato, lemon. So this is nothing but axial placentation. So placenta is a axial, Many ovules are attached on. So many ovules are attached to the multilocular ovary. So axial placentation. Example China rose and tomato and lemon. Next, parietal placentation. What's meant by parietal placentation, sir? Here ovules are developed on inner wall of the ovary or peripheral part of the ovary. Ovules are developed on inner part of the ovary or peripheral part of the ovary. But actually here ovary is a one chambered. Due to false septum, due to the formation of false septum, it become two chambered. That is also very important. Due to false septum, it become two chambered. Example mustard and argemone. Mustard and argemone. Next, free central placentation. What is a free central placentation, sir? So free central placentation means here ovules are present on the center, born on the central axis, but septums are absent. I mean cross walls are absent. No cross walls. Example dianthus and primrose. Dianthus and primrose. Next, basal placentation. Basal means here placenta develops at the base of the ovary. Single ovule only attached to this part. Example sunflower and marigold. This is nothing but basal placentation. Next topic, types of flower. Types of flower based on the reproductive organs. Types of flower based on the reproductive organ means unisexual or bisexual flowers are. So bisexual flowers, the flower which consists of either the flower which consists of both androecium and gynoecium, male and female reproductive organ, that's called a bisexual flower. Example hibiscus. Unisexual flower, the flower which consists of either androecium or gynoecium, either male reproductive part or female reproductive part, that's called unisexual flower. The flower consists of only stamens, called staminate flower. The flower consists of only pistil, called pistillate flower. Staminate means only stamen, male flowers. Pistillate means only pistils, pistillate flowers, only female. That is unisexual flower. Next, plant condition, monoecious. Monoecious means the plant consists of both male and female reproductive parts of flower. The plant consists of both staminate and pistillate flowers, called monoecious. I am a single plant. This is nothing but one staminate flower. This is a pistillate flower. So staminate to pistillate to both are present in single plant. That's called monoecious. Example castor, coconut, maize. Castor, coconut to maize. Dioecious. Dioecious is equal to unisexual. Monoecious is equal to bisexual. Dioecious means the plant either the plant consists of either only male part or only in a female part. The plant consists of either only male flowers or in only female flowers. That is nothing but dioecious, is said to be unisexual also. Example date palm, papaya. That is a dioecious condition or unisexual flowers. Next important one, based on the symmetry. Based on the symmetry, there are three types of flowers: actinomorphic, zygomorphic, asymmetry. Actinomorphic or radial symmetry means the flower can be divided into two equal halves. Flower can be divided into two equal halves by any radial plane passing through the center, is called actinomorphic. Actinomorphic is also called radial symmetry. Radial symmetry. Example brinjal, tomato also. The flower can be divided into two equal halves by only one vertical plane. That is called zygomorphic. Zygomorphic is also called bilateral symmetry. Example cassia gulmohar. A cassia gulmohar generally belongs to Fabaceae. So zygomorphic condition commonly seen in which family? Fabaceae family. Very, very important. Asymmetric or irregular. Asymmetric or irregular means the flower cannot be divided into two equal halves. The flower cannot be divided into two equal halves by any radial plane, by any vertical plane, is nothing but asymmetric or irregular. That is a Canna indica. Canna indica is an example for this asymmetric. Then one more is there. Types of flower based on the floral appendages. So types of flower based on the floral appendages: trimerous, tetramerous, pentamerous flowers. Trimerous means floral appendages are 3. Trimerous flowers seen in monocotyledons. Example, tulip, gloriosa. Tetramerous floral appendages are 4. We can see this is in a dicot plants. Brassica we can see. Then pentamerous floral appendages are 5. Sepals, petals 5. That is seen in dicots only. Example, hibiscus, China rose. So these are trimerous, tetramerous and pentamerous flowers. You just look it on screen. I share the diagrams also. Just now I said the flower which have both androecium and gynoecium, that's called bisexual. China rose, you see the diagram, China rose. The flower which having either androecium or gynoecium, that is unisexual flower. Unisexual flowers are present in date palm, papaya. Then you see next types of flowers based on symmetry. 3 types: actinomorphic, also called radial symmetry; zygomorphic, also called bilateral symmetry; asymmetric, also called irregular. So what is actinomorphic, sir? The flower can be divided into two equal radial halves, any radial plane passing through the center. You just observe in the diagram left side, the flower divided into 2 equal halves by any radial plane passing through the center. That's actinomorphic. Actinomorphic, also called radial symmetry. Example, mustard, datura, chili. This is a actinomorphic condition. Zygomorphic, the flower can be divided into 2 equal halves by only one vertical plane. You just see the diagram left side, by only one vertical plane. That's called zygomorphic. It's also called bilateral symmetry. Pea, gulmohar, bean, cassia. So a zygomorphic condition or bilateral symmetry seen in Fabaceae family. Asymmetric, the flower cannot be divided into 2 equal halves by any vertical plane passing through the center. Example, canna. This is asymmetric or irregular flowers. Next row, just now I said types of flower based on the floral appendages. If floral appendages are multiple of 3, that is a trimerous. Example, monocots. Floral appendages are multiple of 4, that is tetramerous. Then floral appendages of multiple of 5, that is a pentamerous. Tetramerous, pentamerous seen in dicotyledons only, dicots only. See, just now we are discussing about the types of flower. Based on reproduction, based on symmetry, based on floral appendages. Next, based on calyx, corolla, androecium and gynoecium, with respect to ovary, 3 types of flowers there, that we will be discussing in the next class. Thank you. If you have any doubt, ask me.